free Ford 500 update. I solved the misfire issue. Was a bad coil pack on cylinder 2. Cylinders 1, 2, and 3 are hard to get to because you have to take the intake manifold off, but they're extra hard to get to when you run into, and I've run into this on an early 2000s Focus. You see that EGR, the nut that's on that EGR pipe? Yeah, that thing ain't going anywhere. And I mean, the EGR is attached to the manifold, which is made out of plastic, so you can't put a whole lot of pressure on that. But I've dealt with that nut before on it was like an 03 Focus or something, and is just no getting that off. So I figured if I can get this intake manifold bent up enough out of the way, I might be able to reach cylinder 2, because you can, if you look in there, you probably can't see it from here, but you can kind of see the coil pack of, I think this is of cylinder 1. So sure enough, I was able to get this thing unbolted and up out of the way enough to be able to reach in there and have a few inches to be able to, not with too much difficulty, reach in there and swap out that coil pack. I swapped it with one from the front here, and I bought some used coil packs off of a car from the junkyard for I guess what worked out to be $5. And so I swapped cylinder 2's coil pack with this, started up. Car was still misfiring, but it sounded different. I could tell it was coming from a different cylinder, at least so I thought. So I swapped the previous cylinder 2 coil pack now here with the one of the ones from the junkyard, and the misfire went away. So the number 2 coil pack went from there to here, and then was replaced. It's definitely bad. I also have not fixed, but I have determined without a doubt, the exhaust leak was in fact that clamp that I was showing you there, or the flange that I was showing you that's bolt rusted off. Listen how nice and quiet that is now, huh? I'll show you underneath. It's the hokey way I determine this. Because I figure, you know what? An old car, a lot of miles, you know, some rust. Might be leaking someplace else too. Might not just be that connection. Obviously it was a problem. No doubt about it. So I just put some C-clamps here. Alright? So anyway, that allowed me to determine, in fact, yes, this is the only exhaust leak. Everything else under here is nice and quiet. So now I just have to see if I can find an angle to show you this clearly. You can see what happened with the bolts there. So I think what they were is they were studs that was threaded into there, passed through here, and then was bolted on there. So I have to probably grind that off or break that out, because I don't think that this should be threaded in there, honestly. So I might be able to bust it out somehow, but I may have to drill that out if it doesn't come out, and I got to grind it flat, and then obviously I got to grind out that. So that's not going to be too much fun, but there is okay access. I think I could grind that off with a Dremel. I think my angle grinder is way too big to fit up in there. But anyway, the thing is running smooth and can be made to run quiet. So soon we will have a quiet, even running car.